Hello and welcome everyone to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. I'm Lanny Brannick, alongside me Keith Klink. Keith, tonight the Anderson County Bearcats welcome in the Harlan County Black Bears. Love the name.
Yes, I do too.
Black Bears are coached by Warren Creech. They're out of District 8. They're a 4A team. Black Bears are 1-5, and they had one game that was a cancellation, so technically 1-5-1. We don't really see a lot of the teams that they have played this year: Knox Central, Wayne County, Clay, Letcher, Johnson Central, Perry. So this is definitely a team that we don't see much in this part of the state. But we do know that they're going to run the ball. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Do want to mention, tonight we're going to have a special simulcast. The folks at 105.1 WTUK, it's called Wild Country. That's a radio station in Harlan County. They weren't able to bring the broadcast tonight, so we're going to bring our broadcast to them. Want to thank Wild Country 105.1 WTUK for simulcasting our game tonight. It's going to be radio only, but you can also go to the TuneIn app and find the game there. Keith, gosh, I've called you Clint twice tonight.
That's
Keith,
okay.
Anderson County played probably their best game of the year last week against Lexington Catholic. What do you think we'll see this week?
Lanny, I sincerely hope we see the same effort that we saw last week. Anderson played their butts off last week, and that's about the only way you can say from start to finish. Catholic, who has a high-scoring team all year, they were held to 2 touchdowns and 3 field goals, and Anderson actually in the fourth quarter, they were in position to make the game closer, or if they'd have scored on both their fourth quarter possessions, which ended inside the Lex-Cath 20-yard line, you know, they had a shot. They had a shot, which is all you can ask against a team like Lex-Cath, is come down to the fourth quarter and have a shot.
When you had a season like Anderson County has had, to have a shot to win against the Lexington team, that probably isn't the best team in Lexington by far, not the best, but and maybe even not one of their better teams historically, but still a team that brings a lot of players, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of it's a well-funded program. We'll just say it like that.
That is one way to say it. Both the Cats scores. One of the Cats scores last week was by Isaiah Fitzpatrick, who had 106 yards with a touchdown, and Jacob Castle rolled around in on a broken play for a 7-yard touchdown run. The defense, like I said, they played a good game. There was an interception by Castle, and no, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. There was an interception by we'll find it here in a minute. Arson Russell, Arson Russell had an interception, and Fitzpatrick picked up a fumble that was caused by Castle to help out Anderson, and I think that led to their first touchdown. As usual, Darian Derringer led the Cats with 8 tackles. He's just a beast.
Just a great player.
Marshall commit.
We were going to play the game on Friday, and we sat here at the stadium with just in a monsoon and lightning and
jumping
so
around. Yeah, it got to be a real mess, but they played it on Saturday. Okay, we're going to take a break here for the national anthem. We'll come back and talk about the Black Bears in just a minute.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. I'm Lanny Brannick with Keith Klink, and want to welcome a special simulcast guest, Wild Country 105.1 WTUK in Harlan County. We're just about to get underway here in a couple of minutes, but I do want to talk about what we know about the Black Bears, which is not very much. We went out and found some stats. Their leading rusher is actually a pretty good player, DeMarco Hopkins. He has played 6 games, 100 rushing attempts, so he's averaging 5.6 yards per carry. He has 7 touchdowns, and he's averaging 94 yards a game. He's number 26 and probably their best offensive player. They don't throw the ball a ton, Keith. Cody Claiborne is their quarterback, 31 for 69, 5 interceptions, 404 yards passing, and 3 touchdowns. They only throw for about 67 yards a game, so I would imagine we are going to see a lot of 3 yards on a cloud of mud.
Ground and pound.
Yep, tonight. Leading receiver on the team is Tyler Flannery. He has 12 catches in 6 games for 150 yards, so he averages about 2 catches a game. They do have one really talented defensive player, and that is Hunter Blevins. Hunter has 50 tackles in 6 games, and that is really getting it.
That's 9 a game. That's 9 and change a game, yeah.
He has 50 solo tackles, 70 total tackles, and 14 tackles for loss. So he is in the backfield regularly. We will look for him, number 55 tonight. So it's a battle of teams that could both use a win. I think we'll see a hard-fought game. And hopefully Anderson County can play like they did last week.
I hope they can. Gosh, I tell you what, I was talking to one of the Harlan County coaches just a few minutes ago, and I'm going to say this several times. The Black Bears is a great name.
It is.
He said when they consolidated several schools up in the area, they were talking about names, and they went through the minors. And then there was the Knights, and they settled on the Black Bears. And that is just a really fine name. Okay, Lanny, I want to throw something in here real quick. We want to congratulate the Anderson County High School boys cross country team. They won the regional championship last week, and they run in the state this weekend. Jordan McHugh and Mason Pierce led the team with a 3rd and 4th place finish. The rest of the team that count was Ben Tennell, who was 13th, and Nathan Lackins, 18th, and Isaiah Gettelfinger, that was 23rd. So congratulations to the Anderson County cross-country team. Been a long time since the cross-country team has gotten some recognition.
They're running the state finals in Bourbon County. They have a brand-new 330-acre park that the county bought. So this is a big new venture for another small town that's kind of like Anderson County, kind of like Lawrenceburg. Paris or the Bourbon County Fiscal Court ended up buying a big chunk of land, and they're hosting the first state tournament out there, state finals. So here come the Bearcats. I'm going to get Bearcats and Black Bears confused tonight, so bear with us both.
Well, this is, as they say, this is bear hunting season, and Harlan brought a nice contingent here, being 3 hours away. They've got a nice contingent of fans across the way there.
Yeah, there's no easy drive out of that place. So Anderson County getting ready to take the field. Yeah, they do say bear hunting season. I just see that on the screen there now. Again, one more time, I want to thank Wild Country 105.1 WTUK in Harlan County for the simulcast. We're so glad to be able to bring you the game back in Harlan County. We know with COVID this year, it's a difficult time to get to sporting events, and this is one of the ways that we give back to this community and whatever communities come to visit the Bearcats. And glad that we could do the simulcast. We did the Collins game, and they appreciated that. Very much appreciate everyone that tunes into the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Okay. Lanny, it looks like Anderson is gonna receive here, and they've got Harrison Russell, Brady Clank, Andrew Sizemore, Isaiah Fitzpatrick. Let's see here. Trying to catch some more numbers here. Josh Bixler, Richmond Boggs, who I understand had a really bad thing happen to him today. He just got his driver's license and somebody hit and run his car.
Well, the Black Bears are kicking, and they'll be kicking right to left on your radio dial. We'll get you the kicker name here in just a moment. Oh, they do that fake out thing at the beginning.
Okay, Lanny, I think you're going to see something that we haven't seen in a couple of years here. We've got a straight-on kicker.
Josh Turner.
And
with the kick.
It's to Russell, and he's brought down on the Anderson 37-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
It's a cool and breezy night, but not terrible. I'll just tell you, if you didn't see us on the pregame, I have a toboggan and a full coat on.
I've got a scarf.
Big socks, face masks. We got, I think one of our crew has on thermals. Our photographer, Katie, is in all the warm clothes that she has, which is not very many. She's at least got a hat on.
Anderson comes out in a shotgun. Man in motion. And that's Fitzpatrick on the jet sweep. He cuts it up, and he gets about 6 yards, it looks like. Anderson has Ryan Stratton, Cole Johnson.
He got about 5, and Blevins there to announce his authority.
Yep.
He's a middle linebacker, and I'm interested to watch how he gets to the ball. This time they couldn't block him. He just ran straight to the ball and made the tackle.
And let's see, they got Derringer and Hillen in there at the ends. Anderson's 2 wings, a wide. There's the pitch back, and that's good coverage. That was Josh Bixler, and the Black Bears were stalking him.
And Connor Blevins, number 79, I'm assuming it is a relation to the other Blevins, was in on the tackle. Just so the folks on the radio can understand what kind of offense Anderson County runs, they typically don't have any wideouts at all. Now, there is one wideout to the right here, but sometimes they set up in a formation where there's no split end at all.
They're double tight, a fullback, and 2 wings. 3rd and 8 for Anderson. And there's a pass that's through Russell's hands. I don't know if he would have had a chance to get the first down or not.
Yeah, there was only one receiver in the pattern.
Yeah. There wasn't any doubt who was going to get the ball. That is for sure. Okay, we've got, let's see, we got Tyler Hillen back to punt.
We'll get you the number for the punt returner here in a moment.
Tyler did a real good job punting last week. There's a nice high punt. No fair catch. He fumbles the ball, and it's picked up back there on the 29-yard line. The receiver was trying to make a shoestring catch, and he missed. He just missed it.
Gavin Ewald recovered the fumble. What happened was the ball goes up in the air. The punt returner has to come up to get the ball, misjudges it. It goes kind of underneath his hands. So the Black Bears will come out 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, 10:23 to go here in the opening quarter.
Okay, Anderson has Meacham, Chilton, Hillen on this side. Harlan's in a wishbone.
Claiborne hands it off.
And that's Fitzpatrick with the tackle after a gain of 3. Got
Marco Hopkins on the carry.
Beasley, Hawkins, Castle, Derringer, Clank, And I think I've got it.
Black Bears kind of taking their time getting to the line here.
Yeah. Oh, this is something we haven't seen, Lanny. They've got Fitzpatrick in here playing an inside linebacker. There's a handoff up the middle, and he's hit and brought down by the middle of the Bearcats line. That was Chilton and Hawkins were two of them, and it's up to the Black Bears 35 where it's going to be 3rd and 5. And all of a sudden the wind has picked up.
Yeah, it has. Claiborne goes all the way to the sideline to get the play and then brings it in.
Best conditioned guy on the field.
Yeah, I guess must be. Not afraid of him to run him a little bit.
Okay, Harlan breaks the bone. They've got a wing and a wide. Put the wing in motion. There's a handoff up the middle, and there's Hillen right there. No gain at all. And it's going to be 4th and 5.
Hopkins on the carry again that time, and just nowhere to go.
And
the quarterback is still over there acting like he's getting a play.
It doesn't appear.
Now here comes the punter. Oh, quarterback's back on the field. Unless the quarterback is the punter, they're going for it.
Yeah, they are. They're up here. They're up here going for it.
8:16 to go in the first quarter. 4th and 5 from the 35.
And Anderson still got somebody back in punt formation, and Harlan, well, before Harlan jumped, Anderson calls timeout because
they had a man uncovered all the way over there on the right-hand side.
Yeah, Harrison Russell was back there waiting for the punt. Okay, 8:07 to go in the first quarter. Nothing.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
So the Black Bears were about to run a little bit of a trick play. They ran a player on with the quarterback, and then the player looked like he was about to run off, but they only had 11 guys out there. So what he did was he went all the way back to where he looked like he was going to go off the field, and he set. And they were about to run the play when the Bearcats took the timeout. So that was
the old sleeper play.
Yeah, that's what was about to happen there.
The old sleeper play.
No sleeper here. They're lining up to go for it.
Yes, they are. They've got two wings. They reset, put a man in motion. There's the pitch to the far side.
Sweep.
And there's a good play. There's a good play over there by Jacob Castle. And that's back on the 30-yard line where Anderson will take over in Harlan territory, 1st and 10.
So that was a sweep right, and Castle just set the edge. He's not a big kid, by the way, like 5'8", 5'9", 140, 150 maybe. And he just set the edge and wasn't going to be run over, and he made the tackle solo out there. The big tackles that, by the way, this Harlan County offensive line is no slouch. There's a bunch of big kids out there. So interesting turn of events. 4th down and 5 from inside their own territory, and they go for it.
Anderson's got Bixler and Fitzpatrick on the wings. There's the pitch to Fitzpatrick, and he picks up 2.
Goes over the right-hand side, just not much there.
The rest of Anderson's line, they've got Tanner Watts, number 50, Hunley Chilton, 77.
Ryan Stratton's out there.
Ryan Stratton, Donovan Evans, 64. Okay, 2nd and 8 for Anderson.
7:25 and running here in the first quarter after a turnover on downs by the Black Bears.
Anderson's got receivers left and right. They've actually got too many people in the backfield, but they didn't call it. There's a sweep this way to Fitzpatrick, and there's a first down for Anderson.
He takes it down to about the 19-yard line.
Fitzpatrick was flanked out about 10 yards and then came across, and they gave it to him on the jet sweep.
So the Bearcats have switched up their offense just a little bit, just to give a different look. First few games of the season, they did not get out of that bunch formation much.
1st and 10 on the 19. Once again, Anderson puts a man in motion. There's a counter play, and there's a fumble.
Loose.
And
Harlan
says they've got the ball. That was Josh Bixler that fumbled.
We did not see who came out of the pile from the Black Bears, but referee was quick to come up and signal it was Black Bear ball.
Yeah, he'd gotten a nice gain. He was down to about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, it was another 8 or 9 yard chunk. So the Black Bears take over 1st and 10 from about the
looks like about the 11 or 12.
Yeah, 12-yard line.
6:42 to go in the first. That's kind of one of the things that Anderson hadn't done the last couple games was turn the ball over, even though they did have one last week. They had gotten away from those 6 and 7 turnover games. Oh, and Anderson helped them out as much as they can by jumping offside, so that's going to make it 1st and 5.
We'll see if this is a false start or – nope, defense. And it'll be 1st and 5 for the Bearcats, or for the Black Bears. I told you I'd do it. Again, want to thank 105.1 WTUK for simulcasting our game tonight. We're glad to bring you this service tonight. Tune in to kybsn.com anytime to watch what we have going on in Central Kentucky.
Okay, 1st and 5, backs in the wishbone. There's the second man through, and he's got a hole. And he brings it up to about the 26-yard line.
That's number 14, Josh Turner.
First down for Harlan County.
Be interesting to see if they can get DeMarco Hopkins going here. But there was nothing fancy about that play.
No, you're right, Lanny. Harlan does have some big old boys up there.
Yeah, they do. They have a big offensive line.
Harlan splits the receiver to this side, backs in the wishbone. There's a counter to this side, and Anderson's there.
Hopkins might have got 1 yard there.
That was Fitzpatrick and Hawkins.
This field is a natural grass field, and it's that time of year where it's just starting to show
wear.
Yeah, that's exactly. Starting to show wear. It's fun to see the natural grass, but it's already started to brown up quite a bit. This is probably a Bermuda.
Yeah, it is. It's Bermuda blend. It's Bermuda blend, and of course, the middle of the field just needs a lot of work.
It does.
Okay, Harlan splits a receiver wide to the far side. Shifts the tight end to this side. Backs in the wishbone. There's the second back through, and he's got a big hole.
Hopkins will not be caught. I don't think.
Oh!
He did. He caught him.
Castle grabs a shoestring and brings him down on about the 12-yard line. I tell you what, the quarterback.
We're going to take a replay at this. He just gets a hole through the left-hand side. But look at Castle. Never gives up on the play, reaches out, and just gets a one string on the shoe. One. But saves a touchdown.
Well, that was some good work in the backfield by the quarterback. He faked to the first back through, and everybody on Anderson's front line went to him, and he gave it to the second back through, and there was a big hole there.
So Hopkins goes off the field. Turner's in the backfield.
Okay.
Fullback back there.
Harlan has a wing and an eye. There's a second back through. And this time he's dragged down by Fitzpatrick on the 9. Be 2nd and 7.
Yeah. Turner started right and then shifted back left and picked up 3.
Well, he got more than I thought he did. It's 2nd and 6.
So this is an interesting thing. The quarterback goes all the way to the sideline every time, and he brings them to play himself. That's Cody Claiborne.
Okay, let's see. Harlan's in an eye with the wing. There's a second back through, and he doesn't get much. He gets it down to about the 6.
That's Turner on the carry.
Let's see who Anderson has on the tackle there. That was Derringer, as usual.
Well, he's a tackling machine. That's all he is.
3rd and 5.
3:13 to go here in the first quarter. No score. Appreciate the Black Bears coming all this way to play this game tonight. I know during the COVID season, we've had a lot of games that were canceled for one reason or another.
Okay, they've got a flanker. They've got 2 wings. They've got 2 wings and a fullback. Man in motion. Oh, they've got a man wide open, and it's batted down. Good job there by Meacham.
We'll take a look at that one again here, Keith. Oh, nope, we're not going to have replay on that. My bad. So it brings up 4th down.
4th down for the Black Bears, 4th and 5. Let's see what we got here.
I don't imagine a field goal in this part of the field.
But that's their kicker, Lanny.
Number 18, I'll get you his name in a moment.
18's not the kicker. 68's the kicker.
Oh, 68.
66, I'm sorry.
Jordan Steele, straight on kicker.
Yeah. Snaps a little high, and it's blocked.
So the ball is still alive.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, the Harlan can't advance it, but Anderson could.
So the referees walked over to the ball as it sat there live.
Yeah.
And Anderson County ran off the field.
That was
they weren't interested in touching that.
I think that was Meacham that blocked it. Number 56. I don't know if we have a replay. No, we don't have a replay.
So we'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Okay, Anderson has the ball on their own 3-yard line. There's a sweep coming this way. And it's up to the 5. That's Fitzpatrick.
Maybe got 2.5. No, they're going to give him 3. So what happened? We asked the coaches for Anderson County. That wasn't a block. The kicker just slipped. This is a straight-on kicker. You don't see it often.
Yeah, well,
and that is a muddy part of the field.
Yeah, of course, yeah, you're in the muddy part of the field. And okay, Anderson has 2 wings. The fullback. Man in motion. And Castle's rolling this way, and he was going for Derringer out here on the 20, and he didn't have much of a chance.
Yeah, Derringer just outran what Castle could throw there. I mean, it's simple as it sounds. Castle doesn't have the kind of arm strength that allows him to roll right, throw across his body, and be accurate. At least not yet.
3rd and 7. Anderson has the ball on their own 5. 1:59 to go in the first quarter. Man in motion. And
might be a safety.
Let's see. Nope. 4th down. It's right there on the
It's on the 1 foot
line. Yeah, that was Josh Bixler. Lanny, I'll tell you something that I'm noticing. What Harlan is doing, when we send a man in motion, they send 2 linebackers the way the motion man is going, and they've got us outnumbered out there. Okay, so we've got Hillen backed up to the back of the end zone. I mean, that's basically all you can say.
Yeah, this is adventures in punting. This can end badly in high school games a lot.
Good snap. Nice
Straight
high punt.
Up.
And Anderson downs it on the 18-yard line.
Yeah, it was officially a 17-yard punt.
Yeah. Harlan County comes out. They've got it on the Anderson 17. I think he was more concerned with getting that off, Landy, than he was.
He hit it high, it just didn't go out.
Harlan puts the receiver wide to the right, backs in the wishbone.
Hopkins and Turner in the backfield. Handed to Turner.
There's a big hole there. Is that Hopkins? He's in for the touchdown. Boy, they knocked everybody on the left side of Anderson's line down.
Let's take a quick look at this. You watch the right-hand side, and Turner just is untouched. Just gets around the tackle, and he's off to the races. So Harlan County takes a 6-0 lead off the basically the missed field goal. Anderson County 3 and out, bad punt, and then a 1-play touchdown.
Yep.
So Steele not in the game, so they will go for 2
They're
here.
going for 2 here.
They had 12 guys on the field, and they take a timeout.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a strange formation there. No wonder that looks so strange with 12 guys on the field.
So we'll take a timeout with them. You're watching high school football on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
So Harlan County has 12 men on the field for the 2-point conversion, and they take a timeout before the penalty flag is thrown. And so,
well, I kept looking out there and trying to figure out what exactly that formation was.
So we got 1 minute and 1 second here in the first quarter. Anderson County, the Black Bears missed a field goal. Anderson County took over on the 3, ended up punted 17 yards. Black Bears took over. 1-play touchdown run, and now they're going for 2.
Okay, there's a man in motion. Quarterback keeps it. There's an option pitch to the far side, and
ball came loose. They're going to give it to him.
Yep. All he's got to do is get across the goal line. Okay, Harlan 8, Anderson nothing. 1 minute and 1 to go in the first quarter.
You're watching.
Now the ball came out, but all he has to do is get over the goal line.
We'll take a break and come back right after this.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. The Black Bears about to kick off to the Anderson County Bearcats. 8-0 the score, 1:01 to go here in the first quarter. Again, want to thank Wild Country 105.1 WTUK in Harlan County for simulcasting the Bluegrass Sports Network. Check us out at kybsn.com for all your sports needs in Central Kentucky.
Okay, we've got Russell and Fitzpatrick back. Once again, Harlan bluffs the kickoff.
That's funny. One of these days they'll kick it.
Yeah. And there's a kickoff kind of to the empty space. Russell picks it up, trying to get to the outside, and he slips down on the 35-yard line.
Tackled by their running back Hopkins, who's doing double duty. Take over on what, the 35-yard line?
Maybe the 36. 37, okay.
Just give you an idea of what the field looks like right there. If that were the left hash mark, it would be in a mud spot. Just the way it is out here right now.
Okay, Lanny, Harlan's kind of in a loose 4-4.
Yeah, it really is.
But they're shaded toward the far side of the field, and there goes the motion man, and
So what this means is basically there are 4 down linemen and then 2 backers and 2 outside backers that are outside the tackles. So it makes it hard to run that sweep because there's always somebody in the hole. And then they're running basically 3 deep safeties. No cornerbacks in this current defensive formation for them. They don't need one.
2nd and 8 for Anderson. Man in motion again. They ran a quarterback sneak, and Castle's loose, and he's up to the 50-yard line, and 1st down for Anderson. Lanny, they did that twice last week against Lexington Catholic, and Harlan has a man down, and we'll be back in a minute.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Miss Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
So the quarter ended. Connor Blevins was the player down, number 79 for the Black Bears. And now it's the end of the quarter. So kind of an eventful little happening down here on the left-hand side of the field. Anderson could have gotten out of there, but didn't.
No, it's just.
So let's go back and look at our 2 big plays from the first quarter. This is
it's the
almost touchdown. Unbelievable that he was chased down
by Castle. Just has a shoestring.
And this is Josh Turner on the 17-yard one-play drive. This goes off right tackle.
And they've got everybody knocked down over there. They kicked the end out. And
so we'll take a quick break here and come back on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Okay, 1st down for the Bearcats at midfield, trailing 8-0. Anderson has 2 wides. Man in motion. Here's a sweep this way, and Fitzpatrick gets a couple.
Yeah, it wasn't much room to go. Handed him the ball, and one of the things the Black Bears do really well is they chip. They'll come up and chip whoever is making a block, and then that frees up the man behind him to get the tackle. So sweep left and not much doing there.
Lanny, I think a counterplay might work. With the way they move those linebackers around, a counterplay might work well.
Or something up the middle like we saw with
Here they come. Okay, and oh, goodness.
That might be enough for the first down.
That was Bixler who just slipped. Now he's going to be a yard short. Bixler had a nice hole there, and he got to where, as you say, where that hash mark was, and he just slipped.
Yep.
So it's going to be 3rd and 1.
So Castle will be under center. Is Bixler in the backfield? I believe he is.
Yep.
Bixler in the backfield.
Wouldn't surprise me to see a quarterback sneak here, to be honest with you.
Same 4-4 defensive alignment.
Yep, yeah, there's a sneak, and he's got it. Castle just steps back and sees where the hole is and goes to it.
That's not a difficult play. So first down for the Bearcats.
First down, Anderson on the Harlan 39.
10.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Glad to bring you football on the Bluegrass Sports Network. I'm Lanny Brannick with Keith Klink, the voice of the Bearcats for many, many years. I don't know how many. I won't ask you. A lot.
Longer than a lot of these people up here have been alive. There's a fullback up the middle, and he bounces back. He's getting to the outside, and he's taken down at the 30-yard line. That was Logan Chapman. Took it down to looks like the 26-yard line. He hit in the middle, and there was nothing there, and he bounced to the outside.
It was a nice run.
And got 13.
Best run of the night for the Bearcats that wasn't a quarterback sneak. Well, the Bearcats are threatening here. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Anderson's got people shifting sides here.
Derringer is a pretty formidable tight end as a blocker.
Man in motion. There's the pitch. Fitzpatrick cuts it up, and he doesn't have much.
Nah, maybe 2 or 3 at the most. It's kind of hard to tell with this offense. There's a lot of scrum. And
yeah, that's what it is. It's scrum.
Give him 1 yard.
Gave him a yard.
2nd and 9 with 9:45 to go here in the first half.
Now I'm kind of got an ear over here to the Harlan coaches. They're really keying on where Derringer is. Anderson's unbalanced to this side, put a man in motion. There's fullback up the middle, and he's down inside the 20.
So that's Fitzpatrick on
Was
the
that
carry.
Fitzpatrick? I thought they gave it to the fullback.
I think what the Bearcats have decided they're going to do is run in between the tackles. In fact, run in between the guards.
Yeah.
Against that 4-4, the real weak spot
is right up the middle. Yeah.
Is right up the middle. So.
Yeah. Yeah. He I thought he gave it to Chapman, but.
Castle comes in with the play. Under center, no split ends this time. All bunched.
Fitzpatrick in motion. There's a pitch to Fitzpatrick. He cuts it up. And looks like he gets 4 or 5.
There's a violent tackle in there. I saw his body twist one way and then the other.
They said 3. 2nd and 7 for Anderson. Looks like it's on the 13.
I'd say that's about right.
Anderson puts a man in motion. Here's the pitch. There's a nice move, a spin move out there, And there's a touchdown for Anderson. That was Josh Bixler.
Bixler, let's take a look at it again.
He made a nice spin move after he got hit.
Bixler comes off the left-hand side, has two blockers in front of him, makes a man miss, and he's into the end zone for the Bearcat touchdown. Oh, wait a minute. We were too soon. I don't know if that was a late flag or we just didn't see the
I guess we didn't see it.
Laundry littering the field. That was a
That's going to make it 2nd and 12. So the thing about it was, Lanny, that must have been downfield.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it must have been downfield because he penalized him 10 yards from the spot, and it's 2nd and 12 instead of 2nd and 19. 7:51 to go in the first half. Man in motion. Here's the pitch this way. Same play. Bixler comes up in there and he gets it back to the 12 or 13 where it's going to be 3rd.
This is the best the Bearcat offense has looked
3rd and about
all year as far as sustaining a drive.
It's 3rd and 6.
They're running with some pace. They're running with authority. They're getting good blocks.
Anderson puts a man in motion. There's the pitch to Fitzpatrick. He breaks the tackle, and he's going to be about a yard short.
Yep, so just a little pitch play to the right, follow the blocker, and try to find a hole. I mean, that is the Anderson County offense.
Fourth and a yard.
No way they kick here. Fourth and 2, the stadium announcer says. Just under 6.5 to go here in the first half.
Man in motion, and
they got him
to jump.
Offsides on the Black Bears.
That's going to take it down to the between the 3 and the 4.
And that'll be a first down.
Yep, that paid them back for when Harlan made us jump down here.
I mean, that was just a disciplined play. They went on 2, and it worked. So 1st and goal from the 3 after the touchdown's called back from the hold. We'll see if the Bearcats can capitalize this time. Black Bears line up with 6 defensive linemen.
There's Fitzpatrick. He's getting to the outside, and he's out of bounds on about the 1.
Everybody in the middle blocked down, so there was nowhere to go in the middle. They're going to call it 2nd and 2.
On the 2, it looks closer to the 1 to me, but
Castle comes in with the play. Slight breeze.
there's a sneak, and he didn't get it.
Nope.
He didn't get it. He might have gotten a little bit, but he didn't get in the end zone.
The only thing he got was whatever they give him on the spot. So that'll bring up 3rd down.
And they didn't move the sticks at all.
No, they didn't. No need. You think they'll entrust him to go back and throw the ball or give him an option?
I wouldn't. They might. I could see them rolling him out maybe.
So bunch formation.
Anderson puts a man in motion. Here comes a sweep to this side. And there's your touchdown.
No flags on the field. It's Bixler on the carry. Let's take a quick look at the replay.
That was Bixler. Once again, he bounced it outside.
And he just beat the tacklers to the corner. And he's in, and Bearcats have a chance to tie at 8-8.
Okay, this is going to be Fitzpatrick back in the Bearcat or Wildcat or whatever you want to call it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Fitzpatrick's going to take the direct snap. He goes to his left, and
we get a
no
signal,
good.
Referee says no good.
And with 5:12 to go in the first half, Harlan 8, Anderson 6.
You're watching the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
So the Bearcats get on the board, but they trail the Black Bears 8-6. 5:12 to go here in the first half. Anderson looked better there, Keith.
They did. I think they got marched at about 65 yards down the field. Got a little help with the penalty, and
I think they've only thrown a couple passes
Yeah.
so far tonight.
Josh Bixler looked good. He was he had two real nice runs there.
There's some talent on the offensive line for the Bearcats. It's just they haven't all been able to play at once this
Okay,
year.
we've got Meacham kicking off. It's a squibber that goes
Touched.
through some legs. It's down to the 20. And I don't know if there was a fumble in there or what. There's a bunch of players diving in there. That was Evan Peters in there on the tackle for Anderson.
Picked up by Tyler Flannery, the leading receiver.
And he brings it up to the 26. Yeah, that one went right through the wickets there.
Yeah, it did. Flannery wasn't expecting to get the ball because the player in front of him reached down to pick it up and touched it. But then he had to recover the ball and try to advance it. Again, we want to thank WTUK 105.1 Wild Country in Harlan County as they're simulcasting our game tonight on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
There's the handoff up the middle, and there's nothing there. That's the middle of Anderson's line. That was Derringer.
Hopkins has had almost no success running the ball tonight, and he is a very good running back, averaging almost 100 yards a game.
That was Derringer and Chapman. That's a loss of one. So that's going to make it second and 11. 4:40 to go in the first half.
This is a long way to go for a team that doesn't throw the ball, at least not very much.
Harlan puts a receiver wide to the far side. Backs are still on the wishbone. And Anderson jumped.
They're trading the they're trading the go on two.
Yep.
So it's worked 3 times tonight.
Yep. It'll be second and 6. They start teaching you that in Little League. Watch the ball.
Yep.
Watch the ball.
The ball starts the play, not the voice. So second and 6, 4:10 and running here in the first half. Black Bears going left to right on your radio dial.
There's a pitch to the far side, and Anderson's over there, and he's run out. Gain of about 3. It's going to be 3rd and 3, I think.
I misspoke a minute ago. I said Hopkins hadn't been loose. He did get loose on the one long run. He did pile up a number of yards on that one play. Other than that, he's been 3 or 4 yards. Not been very effective. but he did get a 60-yard run earlier in the game that almost was a touchdown. Should have been.
Okay, we've got Meacham in for the Bearcats, and Anderson needs to watch the ball. And I think Harlan might need to show some haste here.
Yeah, we're 3:15 and counting here.
Harlan's in the wishbone, receiver to the far side. There's the second.
That was
Ball's on the 35. That's short of a first down.
Yeah, that was Turner.
That was Derringer and Clank on the tackle. It's 4th and a yard.
So Turner just took it basically straight up the middle there.
Yep. That was 4th and a yard.
I don't think they're going to punt. I'm not sure they have a punter.
Well, I think if I'm Anderson, I don't go on the first sound.
Yeah, I would warn my guys, do not go until you see the ball move.
Okay. Harlan's in the same formation. Wide receiver to the right. There's the first back through, and boy, I don't think there's any way he got it. Don't think there's any way. There's Hawkins comes out of there. Hillen. I don't think there's any way he got that.
No. The Bearcats and the Black Bears both have 2 timeouts, so the Bearcats will take over right on
They're going to measure, Lanny, but there's no way that's first down.
No, the Black Bears are going to turn it over on their own 35, so the Bearcats only have to go 35 yards in 2 minutes and 18 seconds in order to have a chance to score.
No, not a chance.
So turnover on downs. And the Anderson County Bearcats threatening again. That part of the field is not in the best shape.
No, it's not.
And it's possible the player slipped when he was going through.
Lanny, I don't know if you've noticed or not. It seems like they snap that ball and the line goes, but the backs don't go with the line. There's a little hesitation in there. Okay, let's see what Anderson does with 2 timeouts and 2:18 to go in the first half.
That's the loudest crowd I've heard since the Ohio Valley Conference tournament I attended in March in Evansville, Indiana. The fans, the ones that are here, were banging on the stands and cheering on the Bearcats.
Okay, Anderson has 2 receivers to the far side. They bring a man in motion. And
some extracurriculars after the play. It was a handoff to Bixler.
That was Bixler, yeah.
Oh, on the right side on a counter play, and I think he got about 4.
No, I don't think he got.
Oh, no, there. Gain of 1. You got to look at the yardage on the other side.
Yeah.
Bring up 2nd and 9 with under 2 minutes, 1:45 and counting now.
Anderson is in the same formation, got 2 wings. Man in motion. There's a pitch to Bixler, and he comes up for a gain of about 5. And Coach Palmer's telling them, let's go. We've got 1:24 to go. It's going to be 3rd and 3.
Still 2 timeouts, so they need to hurry, but they don't need to be in a hurry.
Here comes the same play this way.
Kick out block.
And there's a loss of a couple there.
See if the Bearcats take a timeout or if they let it run. And then if I'm the Bearcats, I think I put my 4 wideouts out there and throw one in the end zone with as little time left on the clock as possible.
Okay, timeout Anderson, 45 seconds to go, 4th and 6.
You're watching the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, Equal housing lender.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
So Anderson County takes a timeout with 45 seconds to go. They have a choice here. They're 4th and 5 on the Black Bear 30-yard line, but kind of a no man's land. A punt doesn't do you much good.
No, I think I'll be surprised if they don't roll Castle out.
Throw one in the end zone.
No, I don't think he can get it to the end zone, to be honest with you.
Well, throw it. I think they are going to do something besides run the ball.
I hear
So split in.
Hear the Black Bear coach is saying, "Watch the ball."
Yeah, we've had 3 offsides tonight. So 4th down, one wide receiver left.
And 2 wings.
And Castle's under the center.
Castle's going straight back, and that's a complete pass, but it's not anywhere near the first down. Well, maybe he's farther than what I thought.
I think he's going to be about a foot short.
That's my old eyes. I reckon that was to Russell.
The umpire or the referee signals first down.
Yeah.
Black Bears.
Yeah,
So
I did. I was gonna say
downs.
I didn't think there was enough to.
Yeah, it was about a foot and a half, 2 feet short. That was a pretty simple play.
Yeah,
Castle just
that's
drop back and look for the one receiver in the pattern.
That's the old button hook is what we used to call it. Okay, 42 seconds to go in the first half. Harlan's running people off.
Flag on the play, so they
They
tried
tried the sleeper play again.
false start on the Black Bears. So what they did was they made it look like there were 12 men on, and number 18
ran off. Number 18 is not very big. I can see how he could hide over there.
No, he's small. He looks like he's running off the field, and then he goes and gets set right on the out of bounds, right next to it, and then they throw it to him or tried to.
Okay.
So 1st and 15 now. Cody Claiborne gets the play, runs over to the huddle, has a word with his charges.
I suspect we're just going to see a running play here, and that's going to do it for the first half. They're in the wishbone. And
handoff on the left-hand side to DeMarco Hopkins.
And that was Fitzpatrick made the first contact with him.
And the clock runs, 22 seconds. That may have been the last play.
Yeah, that was Fitzpatrick, and at 51 says it's Denver Puckett.
Well, that'll do it for the first half as the clock winds down to double zeros.
And we'll be back in just a minute for homecoming.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Miss Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Okay, we've got homecoming. The candidates. The first candidate is Abigail McCowan. She's the 15-year-old daughter of Joe and Tabitha McCowan. She's a member of the varsity cheerleading team, and she is escorted by her father, Joe McCowan. The next freshman is Leah Reynolds. Leah is the 14-year-old daughter of Melissa and John Reynolds. She's a member of the Gifted and Talented program, the Anderson County soccer team, and Kings Hammer Bluegrass. She's escorted tonight by her father, Mr. John Reynolds. The first sophomore is Emma Quire. She's the 15-year-old daughter of Kim and Richard Quire. She's a member of the soccer team and the STEM club. She's escorted by her brother, Shepherd Quire.
Emma is a member of the ACHS soccer team and the STEM club. She is escorted tonight by her handsome brother, Shepherd. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Emma Quire. Also representing the sophomore class is Miss Haley Snipes.
The next sophomore is Haley Snipes. She's the 16-year-old daughter of Matthew and Chastity Snipes. She's a member of the soccer team, the Gifted and Talented program, and the FCCLA. She's escorted by her father, Matthew Snipes.
Representing the junior class, Miss Rachel Ellis.
The first junior is Rachel Ellis. She's the 16-year-old daughter of Scott and Amanda Ellis. She dances for Champions Elite and the Kentucky Dance Academy, is on the yearbook staff. She's escorted tonight by her father, Scott Ellis.
So she can go get Chick-fil-A. Rachel is escorted tonight again by the dashing Scott Ellis. Ladies and gentlemen, Rachel Ellis. Also representing the junior class is Miss.
The next junior representative is Delaney Nash Willis. Delaney is the 16-year-old daughter of Stuart Willis and Steve and Ginger Kelly. Delaney is the Anderson County FFA reporter, 2019 Miss Anderson County, and dances for Blackbird Dance Theater. She's escorted by her brother, Noah Willis.
Delaney is escorted tonight by her brother, Mr. Noah Wills. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Delaney Wills. Representing the senior class is Miss Lauren Ballard.
Representing the senior class
17-year-old daughter of Keith
is
Ballard and Holly Ballard.
Lauren Ballard. She's the daughter of Keith Ballard and Holly Ballard. She's a member of the Gifted and Talented program, the Anderson County softball team, Beta Club, and is an Anderson ambassador. She's escorted by her father, Keith Ballard. next one is your queen. The next senior is Sophie Smith. She's a 17-year-old daughter of Joe and Tamara Smith. She's a member of the Anderson County Golf and Varsity Basketball teams, the Green Club, Beta Club, and the National Honor Society. She's escorted by her father, Joe Smith. The last senior is Reagan Welch. Reagan is a 17-year-old daughter of Josh and Leanne Welch. She's a member of the Gifted and Talented Program, Beta Club, FCCLA, FCA, Anderson Ambassador, and involved in the Sand Spring Church Youth Group. She's escorted by her father, Joe Welch. The princess is from the sophomore junior class. And Rachel Ellis is the homecoming princess. And I assume that is Mr. Glass putting the crown on her head. He's so bundled up, can't tell. The 2020 homecoming queen is Sophie Smith. Want to congratulate Rachel, Sophie, and all the other candidates. And we'll be back here with some stats in the start of the second half in just a few minutes.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Miss Sylvia, this is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Welcome back to Anderson County in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, where the Black Bears of Harlan County visit tonight, and they have an 8-6 lead here at halftime. Want to welcome in our simulcasters tonight, Wild Country 105.1 WTUK in Harlan County. Thanks for taking our feed tonight, and we're glad to bring you this broadcast in Harlan County. Keith, we got a couple plays we want to look back at here at half. This was the long touch. It wasn't
almost
a
touchdown.
Yeah, should have been a touchdown run.
Yeah, the shoelace tackle.
Longest play of the game with DeMarco Hopkins going about 60 yards.
And then this next play, Lanny, where they just blow the right side of Anderson's line and walk in touchdown there for the 8-0 lead.
Josh Turner on that one.
Okay, and here's Anderson's first touchdown, we thought, but there was a flag on the play.
We never saw where the flag came in, but they did eventually get the touchdown here.
That's Josh Bixler rolls in there for the touchdown, and the difference is in the game is the missed extra point. And let's see. Well, Lanny, they didn't run 2 minutes. They say want to say one thing here real quick, Lanny. Tuesday, Election Day. I don't care whether you're for the ins or the outs that are trying to get in. Go vote.
Yeah, go vote.
Everybody go vote.
You have an opportunity right now to go vote early in every Kentucky county. You can go in person. It's not an absentee.
Yep. If you don't like the way things are going, go vote. If you like the way things are going, go vote.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Keith, I voted absentee this year. My wife voted in person early about 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah. We both voted absentee.
We voted in Scott County, and you're here in Anderson County.
Yeah. Okay, they got the Bearcats going to kick off. Robert Meacham out there to kick off.
Josh Swanner, I believe, number 27, is back deep for the Black Bears. They're going to move up a little bit, and I would too. I'd move up to about the 20-yard line. It's just a tough kicking conditions out here. This field is wet and muddy in spots.
And their middle people their second row is starting to move up a little bit too, Lanny.
Hunter Blevins there and right in the middle of the field.
There's 2 steps. There's a high kick that's taken on the 25, going back up the middle, and he's grabbed there by Meacham and thrown down. And the Black Bears will take over right close to the 30-yard line.
Kick was picked up by Tyler Flannery.
You know, I've seen more of that this year, Lanny. People wearing shirts under their jerseys and people grabbing jerseys and grabbing shirts and hanging on.
Grabbing it and hanging on, yep.
Okay. 1st and 10 on their own 31 for Harlan. The Black Bears.
The Black Bears, I love the name.
Yeah, we like saying the Black Bears. Okay, they've got 2 receivers to the far side. Backs in the eye.
Hopkins will take the handoff on the
and
left-hand
he
side.
goes up the middle, and there's nothing there. That was Derringer and Hillen.
As we showed you a minute ago, Hopkins did have the big run in the first half, but couldn't outrace Bixler, was it?
No, it was Castle.
Castle, thank you. The quarterback. So as we said before, the Black Bear quarterback, Cody Claiborne, goes all the way to the sideline, comes back with the play. So they're always right up against the play clock.
There's a little different once again, different formation, 2 receivers for the far side. This time there's a pitch out there.
Hopkins.
And that was Castle was the first one there. And that's up to the 30 38 or 39-yard line.
So give Hopkins 5 there on the run
Yep.
to the left.
That was Castle. Castle stuck his head in there. He was the first one in there. And it looks like it's going to be on the 39, 3rd and 2. Harlan's got a player limping off there, number 14.
That's Josh Turner. He's the touchdown, and he's looks like he's in some significant discomfort. One leg.
Harlan's got the same formation, the back's in the eye.
Hopkins dots the I.
Anderson's coming on the blitz. There's a sweep to the far side, and he's got the first down. And he's tackled over there by, let's see here.
I didn't see 21.
20, yeah, I think it's 21, Logan Chapman. There's first down for Harlan on the their own 44.
So 10 minutes to go here. We're just underway here in the third quarter. Appreciate you tuning in. I want to thank our simulcast partner tonight, Wild Country 105.1 WTUK in Harlan County. You're watching the Bluegrass Sports Network. You can find us kybsn.com.
This time the two receivers are to the wide side of the field. Let's see if they run that sweep. Nope, they're running right up the middle. And Chapman has him. He bounced off several Bearcats, and that was Castle in there.
Hopkins,
that's a gain of about 6.
Hopkins had a pretty good hole, and he ran
Yes,
into
he
some
did.
tacklers and just kept his legs pumping and eventually worked his way to the sideline. Didn't get out of bounds, but a good hard run, and that brings up 2nd and 4.
Second and 4. 2 receivers to this side. There's up the middle, and it's going to be close to he's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd and a yard.
Hopkins again, they keep running off left guard, left tackle,
Yep.
right there between the tackles, which is probably where Anderson County is at its most stout.
And that tackle's by Hill, and it's 3rd and 1. Two receivers to this side.
Black Bears going left to right on your radio dial.
There's a pitch to the short side of the field again, and there's the first down.
So this is all Hopkins all the time right here.
Yes, it is.
Keith.
Really surprised they run him to the short side of the field.
I think they're just trying to chew some clock here, honestly. I mean, if you keep the ball, you cannot let your opponent score.
Ball's on Anderson's 44.
So the Bearcats kicked off at 12 minutes on the clock, and now there's only 7:45. So Black Bears holding the ball here to start the second half.
This time the wide receivers are split. Backs are in the eye. Oh, there was a nice tackle there. That was Austin Beasley tripped him up.
Hopkins tripped before he even got the ball. He went down and then managed to get up and get to the ball. Just as he was uprighted, the ball was stuffed in his belly.
2nd and 8.
So we're under 7
Lanny, it
minutes.
seems like they take an awful long time.
Yeah, they do. The Anderson County coaches said they have to be delayed. We have not seen a delay of game from them.
Well, got the official looking at his clock now. Split receivers. There's the fullback, and they've got him. That's no gain or maybe even a little loss.
So the quarterback turned and handed it to Josh Turner. who limped off earlier just a few minutes ago, back in the game. He looked gimpy over there on the sideline, so hard to say what percentage that he is right now.
That was Chilton on the tackle.
So they've chewed up half this quarter already.
Yeah.
And they've only moved the ball about 35 yards.
Yeah. They do take their time.
They do.
Got receivers left and right, 3rd and 9. Man in motion. Here comes a sweep this way. And Anderson's got him. That was a good hit there by Austin Beasley and Brady Clank. So it's 4th and 6.
Hopkins running hard to the right-hand side, but they just couldn't hold their blocks up front.
Well, I've been waiting for them to try and run to the wide side, and they finally did.
Just the footing is not so great.
Right.
I don't mean to harp on it. It's just one of those things where the field is wet and starting to tear up some.
Got the quarterback's in shotgun. There's a little pass, and it's not even close. That's a one bouncer. And Anderson's going to take over on their own 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, 5:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Bearcats take over. Yeah, it was interesting. One of the Black Bears players lined up, turned the other way with his in a 3-point stance in the backfield. I didn't know what was happening there.
Okay, Anderson's got a receiver to this side. Well, they got receivers now to both sides. Castle's in the shotgun. Man in motion. There's a reverse coming this way, and Harlan read that well. That's a loss of 7.
Missed tackle in the backfield, but they didn't miss the second one. Hunter Blevins, 55 on the tackle, and it's a loss for 7.
That's a loss of 7. That was Harlan was back there quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that play just never developed.
Okay, we've got 2nd and 16.
Game moving quickly now.
4 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Anderson has a man in motion. There's Fitzpatrick trying to get through there. He gets to the outside, still to the outside, and he's run out of bounds. Gain of a couple. He just kept bouncing to the outside, but he never could get there.
He ran 20 yards to get 2.
Yep.
So I'll bring up 3rd and 15. I don't know if the Bearcats have this in their playbook.
Well, I tell you what, Lanny, I'm kind of listening to the Harlan coaches. They're awful concerned about Derringer. Anderson puts trips to this side.
Probably the best athlete on the team.
And we need to hurry. Anderson puts 3 receivers to this side. Harlan's coming from the outside. There's a man. Oh, that was for Beasley.
So Castle rolls a little bit to his left, throws it toward Beasley. Not really close.
No.
And the Bearcats will be forced to punt.
That's Hillen in there to punt. They've got number 18 back there, Lanny, who's not any bigger than a minute.
Not a big guy. That's Tyler Flannery. That's their leading receiver. So Flannery stands at the 35-yard line.
Oh, there's a punt that's pretty much straight up. That's going to be down on the 49-yard line where Harlan will take over 1st and 10 on Anderson's 49. was about an 11-yard punt. You know, Lanny, it's amazing. He kicked the ball really well last week.
Yep. He's kicked 2 balls like that.
Yep.
Went 10 or 15 yards.
Yeah, he really kicked the ball well last week.
So field position battle breaks out here in the third quarter.
Yeah. And Anderson's on the wrong end of it.
So far.
Okay, Harlan comes up. They've got a receiver to this side. Receiver and 2 wings. Now they shift to the other side. Backs are in the eye. There's a handoff up the middle, and boy, he's met right there. That was Derek Hawkins it was blitzing, and he hit the Harlan player right in the hole.
Hopkins was off the left guard there. There's not much doing. If you're going to run in Anderson County, the edge is where you need to be.
Yeah.
On the edge, they have some speed, but all their size is right up the middle.
2 receivers to the far side. Backs are in the eye. This formation where they've been running away, and Anderson jumped.
I don't know. I think 76 may have flinched there. That may be a false start. Now they're going to call offsides. I thought the referees missed that one. I thought there was a flinch.
2nd and 5 for Harlan. Three minutes to go in the third quarter. Third quarter where Anderson has run a total of 3 plays.
Yeah, not many.
2nd and 5. 2 receivers to the far side.
Hopkins over the right-hand side.
Right-hand side this time. That was Clink and Hawkins. Third and 3.
Turner led him through the hole that time, and what was interesting was when Hopkins was picked up, Turner was underneath of him, so the Bearcats were able to stop the fullback to make the tackle. Anderson trails 8-6.
I think we're going to have a timeout here.
I believe you're right. Claiborne is still on the other side of the field trying to get a play in, and I think they're going to call a timeout.
And there's timeout with 1:50 to go in the third quarter. Harlan 8, Anderson 6.
You're watching the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
Keith, I had to don my gloves finally. We've gotten to that point in the night. Cool and still here in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky.
3rd and 4 for the Black Bears. Receiver wide to the far side. Backs in the wishbone. Anderson's coming on the blitz. And there's a nice tackle by Castle, but it's first down.
Turner off a counter play to the right-hand side. Just got enough for the first down.
1st and 10 for Harlan on the Anderson 38.
The Anderson coaches just said they're just going to try to get out of here with an 8-6 win. No doubt about that. I think they'd be happy to get on the bus and
Yep.
make the 3-hour trek back east with that margin of victory.
Well, you know, once again, Anderson's penalties have hurt them.
Well, they just haven't had the ball here in the third quarter.
Well, no, like I said, we've had the ball for 3 plays.
Wishbone.
There's
give to Turner up the
middle. Nice
flag
tackle
on the
there.
play. That might be a hold.
Might be where that is. It probably is a hold.
Turner run effectively there.
Oh, chop block against
block on the
Anderson.
Defense.
Well,
don't see that.
Don't see that very often. That'll take it down to the Anderson 23.
The Bearcat coaches are incredulous right now.
They don't seem to believe it.
So that brings up 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
And Wishbone, wide receiver to the left side. There's a second back through, and he takes it down to the 19.
Turner on the carry there. Give him 4. They may not run another play. We're at 30 seconds. So we may go to the fourth quarter here without another play.
Well, I never heard him mark it ready for play, so they're going to have to run one. That's a gain of 4, so it's going to be 2nd and 6.
Claiborne runs in. There's 6, 5, 4, 3.
There's a sweep to the outside, and there's a first down, but he's still going down to about the 10 or 11-yard line.
Hopkins is going to have a first down, and it's going to be first and 10 at the 11-yard line, I believe, and that's the end of the third quarter.
Anderson ran 3 plays in that quarter, Lanny.
They trail 8-6. We'll be back in just a moment on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. I want to thank Wild Country 105.1 WTUK in Harlan County for the simulcast tonight. Appreciate those folks down there airing our stream tonight. They would normally bring in their own play-by-play, but this is a long way to go, and we're glad to provide this service. Keith, 8-6. Bearcats ran 3 plays and a punt in the third quarter. That was it.
That's it. And Harlan has the ball just outside the Anderson 10.
So they can get a first down here.
So, yeah, they can get a first down.
Harlan County hasn't been dominant offensively, not by any stretch of the imagination, but as the Bill Parcells used to say, if you can't stop ball, you can't get off the field. So,
okay, let's see here. Harlan's gone to the straight wishbone. There's a counter play, and he's met right there in the hole. That was
95.
That was Chapman and Fitzpatrick in there on the tackle. 2nd and 8. If I'm Anderson, I'm watching going on the second sound here, Lanny.
Yeah. There's been 4 offsides calls tonight.
Yep, and all of them at crucial times.
Without a doubt, there will be a opportunity to go on 2 here.
Wide receiver to the far side.
3 backs and a wishbone.
There's a little counter play this way.
Give to Hopkins.
And that's a loss there.
Hopkins just lost his footing.
Yep. That was Ryan Stratton there and Derringer.
By the way, folks, Hopkins' jersey is so dirty that you cannot see his number anymore.
Okay,
that's how dirty it is here.
3rd and 10. Now this is where they need, once again, Lanny, I say this is where they need to really watch the ball.
By the way, there will not be a field goal kicked here. I can almost guarantee it.
They put a receiver wide to the far side. Backs in the wishbone. Quarterback is going back. He's rolling. That could be intercepted, and it's overthrown. I'll tell you what, they had a big receiver back there, and Castle was back there, but the ball was thrown over his head.
Yeah. It was thrown into coverage, too.
Now what we got here? Let's see here.
They're running on their, well, we don't know, actually. This may be that attempt where they run a player over the right-hand side and act like he's coming off, but they've tried that a couple times. Nope, they're just
they've got trips to the far side, twins to this side.
Claiborne in the shotgun.
Little flanker screen. Snaps a little high. Yeah, that's a little flanker screen, and Anderson stops him.
I think he's going to be about a foot and a half or 2 feet short.
He's going to be a couple yards short. Yeah, that was Bixler back there. And Anderson's going to take over.
We'll take a quick look at that.
Yeah, little flanker screen there. Yep, Anderson had 3 people there.
Just had it blocked up right.
Okay, Lanny, Anderson's got 94 yards to go. And the way things are going, they might not see the ball again if they have to punt.
They had a pretty strong running attack in the second quarter, and we're able to put a touchdown up. But backed up in their own end with punting woes tonight and a tough field to play on. It's going to be hard to move the ball.
Anderson has a man in motion. Here comes a sweep this way. And, boy, there's
a tackle in the end zone.
That's a safety.
And they got a safety. So the Bearcats can't even get out of their own end zone.
That makes it 10-6.
So there will be a free kick coming right after this.
I'll tell you what, can we go back and watch that?
Trying to get a replay here. Here we go.
Okay, I was going to say it was a little late. But, Lanny, once again, they run 2 or 3 guys the same way that the motion's going.
Yep.
And you just can't get through there.
So we were concerned. So that would have made the 4th play from scrimmage.
Yep.
Plus a punt that the Bearcats have possessed the ball in the second half. So, tell you what, we'll keep it here. The Bearcats coming out on the field. They'll have a free kick that sometimes comes in the form of the punt, but in high school it's often a kickoff.
That's what it's going to be. I see Evan Peters out there, so I'd say it's going to be a kick from placement.
That'll come from the 20. Bearcats going left to right. Black Bears going right to left.
Meacham's got the ball, so just got Peters out there on the kickoff.
So they are going to, they're going to put it on a tee. Okay.
Yeah.
So free kick from the 20. The Bearcats trail 10-6, 10-19 to go here in the 4th quarter. On a safety, on the 4th play from scrimmage for the Bearcats in the entire second half. And free kick upcoming. The Black Bears are too deep.
Well, it's taken on the 40. He's working it around here to this side, and boy, I tell you what, he's thrown down hard there by Beasley and Peters.
That was Flannery on the kickoff return. Pretty good return. Kind of picked his way and got 5 or 10 extra yards there. The game is, as it often does, starting to get a little heated.
Well, Lanny, Anderson's pretty much got to stop them right here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It is tough sledding out there. Every yard matters in this game at this point. Want to tell you can catch us on www.kybsn.com anytime. kybsn.com if you want to find past games or what our schedule is coming up. Appreciate everybody tuning in to the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Okay, Bears put 2 receivers to this side. There's a handoff up the middle, and there's a gain of 5.
Hopkins with a little spin move once he got to the linebackers.
That was Chilton and Derringer.
Under 10 minutes, and the Anderson coaches were right. The Black Bears would take an 8-6 victory, but with a 10-6 lead, I don't think they would care to have that margin of victory either. They just want to hold the ball at this point. Every play is a 35-second to 40-second, and as long as you can't stop them, they'll run this clock out.
Yep. 2 receivers to the far side, backs to the eye. There's a pitch this way. Oh, he's missed in the backfield. And there's a first down. Boy, Anderson had a player run right by the back.
Did you see what Turner did there? He ran to the left. He didn't run to the boundary. He ran until he couldn't get any more yards. He took a hit. He laid a lick. He went down. He got the first down. The clock doesn't stop.
Two receivers to this side.
Hopkins is not in the game, so it's Turner in the backfield.
There's a counter play coming this way, and he's still up and knocked out of bounds over there on the side by Hawkins.
He's wrapping him up. Good Lord.
That's on the 23-yard line.
The Bearcat coaches wanted to hold, and the referee calls his own timeout.
Oh, they're going to measure.
Oh, okay.
They're going to measure.
So let's take a quick timeout here, Bo, and we'll be back in just a moment on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Hurricane Bay Car Wash, voted once again the best car wash in Anderson County. Hurricane Bay Car Wash, open 24 hours and located right next door to Wendy's on Highway 127 South.
So as expected, a first down for the Black Bears. They're at the 23-yard line of the Bearcats. 8:42 to go, 10-6 the score. Black Bears just trying to run out this clock, Keith.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So they come to the line. Hopkins is back in the game.
Two receivers to this side.
Gavin Ewald in front of Hopkins now.
Oh! Boy, oh boy.
What a hit. Let's take a replay of that.
Oh,
Number 7 for Anderson County comes through and just destroys Hopkins.
Darren Hawkins. Bam.
Oh, goodness.
Bam.
He's excited after that.
Now, that was the parting of the Red Sea, and the Red Sea just
Wow.
wow.
You could hear that hit.
Yes.
One of the better hits I've seen all season, to be honest. I covered 12 hours of baseball last week.
Okay, we've got 2 receivers to the far side. There's a pitch to the far side. Anderson's out there. Good play. Good play by Castle. That's a loss of a couple more.
There's a flag.
Oh, we've got a flag on. We've got a flag. This is going to be unsportsmanlike somewhere.
I think it's on the offense. The offensive lineman was all the way 15 yards down the field from the play. Hopkins was stopped in his track.
Personal foul,
Personal
Anderson.
foul, defense, and they're going to call it on both
foul,
teams.
Yep.
So that'll
both
offset.
plays. Yeah, the play's going to stand, though.
Yeah, the play will count. Third and 12.
Third and about 15. 7.5 minutes to go.
So if the Bearcats can't get a stop here, that might effectively end the game. I don't know. Substitutions, 43 in for Anderson County.
There's a
Claiborne with 3 backs behind him.
that's a power eye there. Here comes the reverse this way. Good job by Castle. It's going to make it 4th and 12.
Flannery on the carry there. He had it. It looked like he had the corner, and then he didn't. It was Castle just closed on that. So I expect maybe a pass here. They have thrown one to the end zone.
I think they're going to do what they did last time. They're going to run that clock down, call timeout.
I believe you're correct. Yeah, the Black Bears are in the huddle. It doesn't look like they're in any hurry to come out of the huddle. I think they're going to call a timeout. And when they do, we'll take a timeout with them. But, yeah, there's the timeout.
5:57 to go in the ball game.
We'll take a timeout on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
10-8 Black Bears.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Black Bears face a 4th and 12. They coming off the timeout. 5:57 to go here in the 4th quarter. Keith, I don't know what they're going to do here. I don't know if there's a 4th and 12 in their playbook.
It seems like on any kind of 4th and long, they've been coming out in a shotgun. So let's see what they do this time. They've got a wide and 2 wings.
Turner behind Claiborne.
Man in motion. There's a fake this way. And they had a man wide open and they missed him. They had a back snuck out of the backfield, and he was open. The quarterback just missed him. Okay, Lanny Anderson's got 5:53 to make a touchdown. I mean, that's it. That's the bottom line. Got the ball on the 25-yard line. We've got 6 minutes to go, 75 yards.
Field goal doesn't matter.
Field goal doesn't matter.
6 minutes to get a touchdown to notch their first win of the season. Looks like they're going to line up in their
base formation.
bunch, and it's a
they're unbalanced to this side over here. There's the pitch, and that's Bixler, and he got 5 or 6.
That was a nice first run. 5:32 and counting here in the fourth quarter.
Anderson's in the same formation. Man in motion. There's quarterback sneak, and Castle's got the first down.
Gets it by a couple yards.
Yeah. Well, I will say this. They're yelling to throw the flag, but we're the ones that pushed first.
There's a scrum, and what the Bearcat coaches were upset about was the quarterback wasn't allowed to get up. I didn't think that was flag worthy, but.
Well, I don't know who this is running across the field down here. We got a player. We got somebody on the field down here.
First and 10, 4:50 to go.
First down for Anderson on the 38. Man in motion. Here's a sweep this way. And Lanny, I tell you, when we put a man in motion, they run 3 linebackers.
They know where it's coming. I mean,
they know exactly where it's coming.
It's a key. It tells them where to go. That was number 79, Connor Blevins, on the tackle. He went out of the game earlier with a dinged up knee, but he back in. Hunter Blevins,
12.
number 55, in on that tackle as well.
There's Bixler. He's gotten to the outside. He's down. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down with 4 minutes to go in the game. That's what I think. Anderson needs to go wide, Lanny.
Yeah. I mean, that's. I think their skill players are good enough to get to the edge against this big but not really quick team.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 1. Okay.
3rd and 1 for Anderson. Quarterback sneak, and Castle pops through to midfield.
Right there at the 50. 3 minutes and 20 seconds. The Bearcats have all 3 timeouts, so they can stop the clock if they need to. Our clock says 3:12, but it's actually 3:16.
Lanny, the thing about it is we can't do this 5 yards at a time.
Nope.
There's the pitch back to Bixler, and he gets 3.
Bring Bixler pitch left, gets about
2nd and 7.
3, 2nd and 7. 2:45 and running here in the fourth quarter. Anderson County trying to put a little drive together. They need a touchdown or it's it.
I'll tell you who hadn't had the ball too much tonight's Fitzpatrick.
Bunch formation for the Bearcats.
There's a little there's a counter play that didn't work at all.
Josh Turner read that the whole way.
Oh, he did. That's a loss of 5. No, loss of 3. It's 2nd, 3rd, and 11.
Castle's going to have to put the ball in the air here.
I would think. Anderson has a receiver out this way.
Nobody on him right now. Now he has a
less than 2 minutes to go.
Single
Castle's
coverage
in the
on the
shotgun.
outside.
Here comes the blitz. Oh, they got interference. They've got interference.
So Castle rolls right. It was a double move, and he was able to tell the receiver to go on, throws it almost to him, had the ball in his hands, dropped it, but pass interference.
Yep, that's 15 yards. That'll take it down to the Harlan 36.
And the clock stops. Again, Anderson County, all 3 of its timeouts.
Oh, no, goodness. That's just, when is that just 10 yards?
Should be an automatic first down.
I thought that was a 15-yard penalty, Lanny.
New rule this year.
Is it?
So it brings up third down, 3rd and 1, right at the 42-yard line.
And we got the first down.
So that was a little bit of a botched handoff. The clock is running while the referee marks it for play.
We lost about 10 seconds there,
Yeah,
Lanny.
I agree.
They didn't stop the clock.
Now the clock is stopped at 1:26.
We lost about 10 seconds there.
Bearcats at the 40 and driving. Clock is wound, ready for play. Bearcats 3 timeouts, 1:20.
Here comes the blitz.
Castle back to throw. Duck.
And boy, they got a break there.
Oh, should have been picked off by Thomas Jordan. He had it in his hand.
I'm not sure we couldn't run a quarterback draw here.
Well, Castle has to throw the ball here. If nothing else, if it's incomplete, the clock stops.
Well, they've got 3 timeouts too. Anderson puts trips to the far side. And we've got timeout Harlan. 1:13 to go. 10-6 Harlan. Anderson with the ball. 2nd and 10 on the Harlan 40.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome back. I want to thank Wild Country 105.1 WTUK and Harlan County for simulcasting the Bluegrass Sports Network tonight. You can find us online at www.kybsn.com. That's kybsn.com. You'll find our schedule. You'll find all the games that we have streamed in the past, which includes volleyball, football, soccer, including the girls' 11th region tournament in Lexington. Bo Craycraft on the call for the state finals this past weekend for a different network, but nice for Bo to get some recognition for his hard work in soccer this year. He's our producer and director tonight. Katie Atkins on camera tonight. Appreciate you tuning in to the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Okay, Anderson has trips to the far side. Castle's in the shotgun. Here comes the blitz. Castle's trying to get to the outside. He does. Cuts it up, and I think Anderson probably needs a timeout right here. It's they gained 9 yards.
Coach is telling them to go, go, go. Now we take a timeout.
Now we take a timeout.
All right.
1 minute exactly to go. Third and 3 at the Harlan 32.
We'll keep it here right now. So Keith, with the limited offense, tough throwing the ball.
Well, I like the last play though. I mean, you put everybody to the far side, roll Castle out to this side.
It's kind of a run pass option. I guess he could pass if he wants.
If they could get, they have Derringer on this side. Sneak him out there in the flat and let him go.
This is a pretty excited crowd, the biggest crowd of the season, homecoming.
Yep.
So lots of interested parents here and some extra parents here. Still believe they're letting only a couple people per family in, but a little bit bigger crowd because the cheerleaders are here, and of course the homecoming court, which Keith did at halftime. Thank you, Keith.
Okay, let's see what Anderson can come up with here. Got Castle up under center.
This is their base formation.
Yep. Man in motion. There's the pitch. And that's Bixler. He's gotten to the outside.
So the clock should stop. The clock should stop with the first down. Bixler picked up the first down.
On the 28.
53 seconds to go. 28,
Anderson
on the 28-yard line.
Anderson needs to be up there ready to go.
When the ball is put down and whistled ready for play, the clock will start.
Yep, Anderson's got to go here.
They wind the clock. 45 seconds. Bearcats 2 timeouts.
Man in motion. There's a pitch this way.
And
that has not
Josh Turner in the backfield.
They see that man come in motion, and they shoot the linebackers through. And it's happened. That's basically what's happened all night is we've had a 2-yard loss.
We'll take a quick timeout after the Bearcats take a timeout. You're watching the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Hello, Miss Sylvia. This is John from Anderson Apothecary. I was just calling to see how you were feeling today.
John goes above and beyond for each and every customer that we have.
He jumped right on it. If someone needed help, John would be the first guy there. No questions asked, nothing. He'll be there.
John just wanted to open a hometown pharmacy just to take better care of his customers.
Well, I sure am glad you're feeling better. We're going to be bringing your medication by here just shortly. Is there anything else I can pick up for you?
If you haven't met John yet, come out and meet him, and you'll like him just as much as we do.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, 2nd and 12, 33.7 seconds on the clock. Anderson County with 1 timeout. They need a touchdown. They're on the 31-yard line.
Basically second and goal.
Yeah, right.
Here comes the linebackers on the blitz. Castle's rolling this way. He's still rolling. Cuts it up. He's inside the 20. Inside the 10.
Still on his feet.
Still on his feet down to the 5-yard line with 20 seconds to go.
That was an incredible play. Let's run that back again. Castle works his way toward the middle of the field. Gets down to the 6, and then the pile pushes him. Bearcats take
Anderson calls their last timeout with 18.4 seconds to go. And the thing about it is, it can't be it can be a running play, but you've got to get out of bounds.
So the Bearcats weren't ready to run a play when the ball was marked ready to go. So drama in Lawrenceburg. Anderson County needs 5 yards for their first victory of the year. They're up against 18 seconds on the clock and no timeouts left. This is not a team that throws the ball.
Well, like I said, you can roll out. You just got to be sure you either throw it into the ground,
right,
or get out of. You've got to either throw it in the ground or get out of bounds if you can't get to the end zone.
Castle had a chance to run out of bounds there, but there was no one around him, so he just kept going.
He just cut it in. Yeah, he had it on about the 20-yard line and cut it in.
That was an incredible play, one of the best plays of the whole evening for the Bearcats. I don't know if they cannot run the ball here. They just cannot do it.
No. Well, they can't. I mean, you're going to have to roll Castle out.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to come out in their base formation, though. So there are no receivers on the field at this time in a
Nope.
receiving position anyway. So coach is betting they can punch it in.
Castle's rolling to the far side.
He
And
doesn't make it.
No.
He doesn't make it to the out of bounds. Clock running. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and they spike it with 2 seconds. So this is,
guys, y'all can't all come over here. So we've got 1.9 seconds to go here. Yeah, I think if they were going to run, maybe should have had him in the shotgun.
So 2 seconds to go. Doesn't matter what the down and distance is.
Nope.
It is goal to go. One play for the win.
Okay, Anderson puts 2 receivers to this side, 1 to the far side. Castle back in the shotgun.
Bearcats with 1 play to get their first win of the season.
Castle's back. There's the fake. Oh!
And he drops
and
it.
There's the ball game. It was batted away. That's your ball game. Final score, Harlan 10, Anderson 6.
Here it is on the replay. Castle drops back. He knows where he's going with the ball. Just batted up and falls to the ground. And the Black Bears come 3 hours west and get a victory.
Get a win. Okay, we'll be back in just a minute.
Running a business takes a lot of focus and dedication. Keeping up with the ever-changing tax laws and keeping up with all the numbers behind your business, while necessary, can cause distraction and even a little anxiety. That's where Charles T. Mitchell, certified public accountants, come in. They've been helping local businesses run smoothly since 1964. They've got the experience and quality you deserve, and they'll put your mind at ease. Taxes, accounting, and assurance services for your business. Charles T. Mitchell, CTMCPA.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Century Bank. Anderson County is where our heart is. Century Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The scoreboard says 10-6, Keith. Bearcats on the wrong end of that, but it was an exciting finish.
It was. Anderson had a chance. Had a chance to win it in the end zone. They just couldn't. They just couldn't punch it in. They basically ran out of time because they had a first down on the Harlan 5, but they were out of timeouts and a roll out to the right. But Castle lost 5 yards, and then the last play of the game there was a pass that was incomplete in the corner of the end zone. And
yeah, let's see it again here. It was 1 play, 2 seconds to go. Castle drops back, throws.
I think he was throwing to Beasley. And he had a shot at it.
Yeah, he did. He did. But ball falls to the ground, and Bearcats still winless on the season. And let's take a quick look at some of the highlights of the game real quick with Keith here. This is the long run.
Yep. It's a long run by the Harlan, then as we said, the shoestring tackle by Castle.
Hopkins on that run. This is Turner.
This is good. This is good blocking there on the outside, and
Turner able to run it in with no problem. Anderson County gets on the board here after what we thought was a touchdown.
Yeah,
there was a touchdown
Bixler
called back, but Bearcats able to punch it in, but that's all the scoring they would get done.
Yep.
That play right there at the end.
Other than the safety where Anderson tried to run that, and they were all over that counter play all night long. It seemed like we'd put a man in motion, and there'd be tons of people right there at the point of attack, and Anderson just was unable to block them all.
So the next 2 weeks, the Bearcats are on the road.
They're at Mercer and at Boyle to finish up the season. And this is going to be our last game, very probably, that we do. We're going to check with Mercer County, but they said Mercer County's got their own network there, so I don't imagine they're going to let us in there. So,
but it's been one of those tougher years for the Bearcats. If this is our last game for the Bearcats, this was a new team, new coach, new system. And they'll take this year and grow up, and we'll see what they have next year. I want to again thank our friends at Wild Country 105.1 WTUK in Harlan County for the simulcast tonight. Congratulations on a hard-fought 10-6 win. And we will, if you go to kybsn.com, you'll see our schedule for next week, and Bo's going to put that up there, kybsn.com. We're doing we'll do football until there aren't games, and we'll put it like that.
And the basketball season is supposed to start Thanksgiving week. That's going to be one of those we'll have to see about that.
We'll see. Yeah, exactly. So anyway, we will sign off tonight. Appreciate everyone watching. I'm Lanny Brannick for Keith, and we'll see you next time on the Bluegrass Sports Network.
Good night, everyone.